We draw now towards the conclusion of a certain phase of lockdown during this pandemic that the world and our own land has been going through. And it is a great delight now that we can say that churches are open day by day for the visitor, and that church services will resume in a perhaps more quiet and modest form from next Sunday, the 5th of July. And it has been irksome to me as a parish priest that a decision was made at a higher level to close and lock churches during the time of pandemic and social distancing and lockdown over the last 3 months. And I have to say quite plainly, I think that was an error of judgment. The churches should have remained unlocked. And when I heard that the decision was made by a higher authority that churches should be locked day by day during the lockdown and pandemic, I found a phrase ringing in my ears when I opened my mind prayerfully, uttered by Jesus with a tone of anger. My house shall be called a house of prayer. And it is with great pleasure that we say loud and clear, the church is again a house of prayer, and it is open and accessible to all. And I am very grateful to our team of volunteers who unlock and lock every day so that the church is accessible to the visitor. We have to lock our churches each night because of insurance. Our insurers wish us to do that, but they are open every day. And it has to be said and affirmed and underlined that sacred space is important for all people, whether particularly religious or not. Those places of quiet and stillness and reflection where we think about the greater issues of life, like an ancient medieval church provides a sanctuary, a sacred space to clear the mind and be in touch, we might say, with the higher power. And the fact that our parish churches are surrounded by churchyards where loved ones have been laid to rest, that gives them a very strong meaning when we think about the bigger issues of life, and perhaps we might say the eternal things. Having our churches open day by day, 7 days a week, is a very simple offering to anyone without question. You don't have to be religious, you don't have to belong to any particular religion, you don't have to have signed up to a cult or a Sunday club. Come along and be your human soul in this place. And the offering that we give to everyone, all and sundry without question, is a little bit reminiscent of a phrase that Jesus came out with in the Gospels that is our reading for today from Matthew chapter 10. And he said, "Whoever gives a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple belongs to me and will not lose their reward. Whoever offers a cup of cold water, a simple act of kindness in the name of God, is what Christ urges us to do." And our unlocking of our churches, our keeping them open day by day, is in a sense our offering of a cup of cold water, a place to come for thought, reflection, comfort, solace, stillness, and to be in touch with the higher power and the greater things. Some of our churches, even through these last weeks when they were supposed to be locked, were left unlocked for visitors, and I'm proud of that our local folk felt strongly enough to do that. And ironically, a couple of the churches in our benefice do not have working locks on their main doors anyway, and are open 24/7, and that's how it should be. And my thanks to those who tend and clean and tidy and unlock and lock and prepare things like beautiful flower arrangements, which all helps in the ambience of these places. And long may our parish churches continue as sacred spaces for every person, regardless of where they think they sit on the faith spectrum. We are all humanity, and we are all part of this sacred thing we call existence and the journey of life.